Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be all about a surprise that we found out about a couple months ago now. I think it was 2 months ago. We're having baby number 4. Not planned, was a surprise. Here we are. So I waited to film this video because I wanted to go in for my first actual doctor's appointment. It was today, and we had 2 ultrasounds actually. One was a dating ultrasound just to see how far along it was, and I was so early. I didn't know I was pregnant. You know, I hadn't really had regular periods or anything, so I had 1 period actually. And when I even took the pregnancy test, I only took it because I was having pregnancy symptoms, and I was like, this is weird, like I shouldn't be pregnant, but I was. So unlike the other pregnancies, the last 2, this one was a complete surprise. The first baby was a surprise. I don't know if I've talked about that before, but literally we were not planning James. I think I was 6, 7, maybe even 8 weeks pregnant when I found out I was pregnant with James, and it was randomly I took a test just because I hadn't had a period in a while. So yeah, that was a surprise, and it started off our whole parenting journey. It was not the opportune time to have a child for us. We had just gotten married not that long ago, and I was kind of waiting like a year, and we had some debt to pay off and stuff, so it wasn't opportune, but it did set us on the journey that we're on now, which we are forever thankful for. And James is a wonderful little boy, so I, enjoy that we got to have him, even if it wasn't the plan that we had. But you know what? Why do we even make plans? Because a lot of things are out of our control. So that's how I view this baby too. I did always say I wanted to have 4 kids. The funny thing about this baby is, days before I took this pregnancy test, I told Eryk, I think 3 is our limit. Like, I think we're okay with 3. We shouldn't have any more. I think we'll be okay. Took a test, and then realized, well, God had different plans for us. When I took this pregnancy test, it was kind of like on the whim. I didn't even tell Eryk I was doing it, because I was just thinking, well, there's really no way. There's no way this is going to be positive. I had just lost like 10 pounds. I already was like at my average normal weight, but then Eryk and I did that health challenge at the beginning of the year, and I lost 10 pounds because I was running every day, eating really well. Eryk was also in this health challenge with me, so I lost 10 pounds altogether. Was in the best shape I've been in my entire adult life. And to say that I was a little upset when I found out I was pregnant is kind of an understatement. I was pretty darn upset, because if you are a person who has been at that level where you're running the fastest you've ever done, you're feeling the best you've ever felt, you're literally I was wearing size 0s and 2s, which 2 was like usually where I'm at, 2 to 4, but I could fit into size 0 clothes. Like, come on. That's amazing. I never thought I'd get to that point. I really liked how I looked. My abs were showing, like I had good definition going on. Not to say that things have changed that much now. I have gained 10 pounds since getting pregnant, really probably like 12. I always gain a lot in the first trimester. I mean, they always say you're not going to gain that much. I usually gain about 40 pounds in pregnancy. So I started this pregnancy at 133. I was 145 at the doctor today. So 12 pounds, give or take. Really, if I weighed myself in the morning, I'd probably be closer to 142, 143. So in the first trimester, gaining 9 to 10 pounds, I'm not going to stress about it. So who cares? That's what I always think. You're going to gain weight when you have a baby. Gain the weight, enjoy yourself. You got the rest of your life to have this baby weight come off. I've still continued to run, and actually I've been running pretty darn fast, faster than I have in previous pregnancies, and I think it's because my base was so much higher than it has been. Even though I've always been a runner, it's just I was in that best shape of my life. So I was really, really in a good spot to continue running and just keeping my body active. I have been less sick this pregnancy than I have with the previous ones. With my last, I was sick until 16 weeks. With this one, it's more I'm just getting headaches. It's more like when I was pregnant with James. It's a lot of headaches and just being more tired. A little bit of nausea after I eat, but nothing terrible. Oh, but going back to finding out when I was pregnant, I took the test randomly. Eryk was putting the kids to bed, and I had taken one on the Friday before because I had been like a month late on a period. I mean, my periods, like I said, I only had 1. I was all over the place. So I was like, well, it's been like a month. I probably should just see, because it's like, okay, kind of weird. And I had an ovulation kit, because eventually I was going to start tracking ovulation if we wanted to have another baby. And it came with a couple free little pink pregnancy tests, the little stick ones, cheap ones. And on the Friday, I thought I may have seen a line. Like, it looked faint, very faint. And I was like, no, it just looks like a bleed. Like sometimes that happens when you take those cheaper ones, it kind of bleeds through. Took it on Sunday and it was a definitive line. And I even took 2 before I ran upstairs and showed Eryk with the kids there. And I said, Eryk, you're not gonna believe this, but look at this. And he was just like, no way. And he's like, well, we're gonna have to buy a test tomorrow because it was already 9 o'clock. Most places were closed. And I was like, okay, we'll buy a test tomorrow. We'll make sure, but I know I'm pregnant. It was just funny. It was funny. So we bought a test the next day, and of course it said I was pregnant. Went to the doctor in a couple days because I called and they wanted me to just get a dating ultrasound in case I was further along. They thought I might be 8 weeks because of how my period had landed. So that happened with Richard too. Same thing. They had me go in too early for a test. And with Richard, they didn't even see anything. That's how early it was. But with this baby, they went in. They did see something. In fact, they actually saw 2 possible sacs. So they were like, you might be having twins. But I was a little skeptical because I saw the one that looked like the normal, like, hey, empty sac, whatever. The other one was really far off to the edge. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe. So then I had me on edge for 2 weeks thinking, are you pregnant with twins? Are you not pregnant with twins? And a little part of me was like, I probably am not. Because I was just like, that doesn't look like a normal twin ultrasound. Went in at 7 weeks and did find out no twins there. There was no twins. What had happened is I had a minor hemorrhage when the egg implanted, and there was a little bit of blood floating around, so that looked like a possible another sac. So if I would have never got that first ultrasound, it would have never even shown. So that was just me having to worry for 2 weeks about if it was twins or not. And a little part of me kind of was like, oh, it'd be cool if it was twins. But another part of me was like, that would be very stressful having 5 kids. Yeah, not ideal. Definitely wouldn't have been ideal. So a little relieved that it wasn't. But, you know, it's always cool. If it would have been twins, it would have still been a blessing and it would have been nice. But, you know, a little bit of relief there. So today I went in for my first prenatal checkup. Everything's looking good. They even gave me another ultrasound. I'll put a little video up here. It actually was very cool. And she was like, maybe let me see if I can see the gender. And she's like, no, it's not going to be a good view because usually you have to do transvaginal ultrasounds to get that. Okay, that's fine. I actually got the panorama test. So I will get my results on that in the next probably week here. And then we'll do a gender reveal. And I'll be honest, I think it's a boy. That's just what my intuition is saying right now. So we'll see if I'm right. I was right with the other 3. I knew they all were going to be boys. Robert, for a second, I thought might be a girl just because I was so sick. This one, just because I haven't been as sick, I'm thinking, well, it probably is just a boy. And I feel a lot like I did with James. So we'll see. I don't know. I never think I'm right because so many people have their wives' tales about, oh, it's going to be a girl if it's this or a boy if it's this. As far as the first trimester went, besides the sickness that was less than last pregnancy, it's mostly been sickness in the morning and at night. Hunger, my first few weeks, I was so freaking hungry. That's when I gained the most weight, the first couple weeks. And I was bloated. Oh my God. I have pants that fit me now that didn't fit a couple weeks ago because my stomach was so bloated. And I don't know why. I've never been that bloated in the first trimester. But now, like, some of the shorts that didn't fit me are now fitting me again. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't they not fit still? Shouldn't I be having more clothes I can't wear? But yeah, my bump really isn't out much. Like, here. There's not much there yet. But there will be more very soon. I am trying to do at least one fashion video a week on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. It'll show the progression of the bump. Also how to dress while you're pregnant. Last time around, I did a whole video series for 30 days dressing the bump. I think I'll probably do that again once the bump gets a little bit bigger because I had so much fun doing that. And it also made me like consistent with my content because, you know, if you've been around here, you know, I'm not always the most consistent with the other jobs and things that I have going on, or other businesses. So yeah, there's just a lot going on at our house. And that doesn't even mention like, we still have our year-long basement project going on. They finally are going to be cementing here in the next couple of weeks. So we need that done because if we're going to have 4 kids in this house, we have to have 3 more rooms. We have to have that other bathroom, another bedroom, and we have to have the other family room. And honestly, we need another bedroom because I need it to be my office. My office is now shared with the baby, but after this new baby comes, we're out of room. So it's either that or move. And I love this property, so I don't want to move. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. And I just want to give a quick little update because I know I haven't posted on here in a while. And this is why. It's because we got baby news. But yeah, we'll have more content coming out. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more vlogging because I did enjoy doing that, and I miss not getting the kids in vlogs because I like to rewatch them and see them grow. So yeah, stay tuned for more content. Our basement series also will continue now that they are back at it. It's not winter time, it's not raining, it's not spring where we had rain every day. So we will have that series completed too, and you guys will see what 10-foot ceilings in a basement looks like in a old ass house. And we're still renovating our rental property too, so that'll be another video. And we have a couple more rentals we're trying to get. So we have a lot going on right now, and there's just lots of good things. And I want to keep you guys updated on it because I love vlogging. I love doing this. If you have any questions about pregnancy and running, I think that's one thing I do want a little more content on because I know it's a little bit unique, is that I do run throughout my entire pregnancy. So if you have any questions about that, please leave them down below. In fact, I think I'll do a Q&A on Instagram about it because I know I have a little bit of a running community built over there. And yeah, guys, I'm just excited to bring along the journey on this last baby. This is the final baby. There's no more. This isn't the last one. We can't do any more. I'm going to be maxed out at 4. But yeah, follow along, subscribe and ring the bell to follow along, and like the video if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.